Hello everyone. Today we will start the new topic Technological and Institutional Reforms part 5. So student, this is the last video of this chapter Agriculture, and in this video we will discuss about the technological and institutional reforms. Right. So first one is institutional reforms. Institutional reforms, first point, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICAR. In this, the government provide the sources to the people to research related to the agriculture. Agricultural universities, and the next one is veterinary services and animal breeding centers. Next one, horticulture development, research and development in the field of meteorology and weather forecast. So government provided so many sources to the farmers and people related to the agriculture, because India is an agricultural country and government makes so many reforms related to the agriculture, so that we can develop more and more in our agriculture. So students, government people को, farmers को एडवांस वेदर कंडीशन ब्रॉडकास्ट करती रहती है, बताती रहती है पीपल को कि किस टाइप का वेदर होगा, राइट, किस टाइप का वेदर होगा, राइट. एंड हॉर्टिकल्चर इज रिलेटेड टू द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ वेजिटेबल्स एंड फ्रूट्स, राइट. नेक्स्ट वन इज दीज आर ऑल्सो सम changes related to the agriculture. First one is collectivization. Student, you read about the collectivization in 9th class, chapter 2, history, Russian Revolution, right. Collectivization means to collect the land that is divided into small parts, right. Next one is consolidation of holdings. Consolidation of holdings means in India जो land holding rules हैं that are reforms by the government. Next one is cooperation and abolition of जमींदारी. Cooperation means poor farmers को cooperate provide करेगी government, cooperation provide करेगी related to the fertilizers, seeds and the source of irrigation. And the government abolish the जमींदारी system. Actually zamindars means the landlords who exploit the poor farmers, small farmers, right. There are some agricultural reforms also. First one is green revolution, second one is a white revolution. So our government started two revolution related to the reforms in agriculture. According to the green revolution, as you know about the green revolution, because in 9th class chapter 1 economy, the story of Palampur, उसमें हम green revolution read कर चुके हैं. Okay, so student, the methods used by the government in the green revolution, that were a multiple cropping system. In this revolution, the farmers started the different types of crops to grow in their field, and this revolution basically related to the three states, related to the mainly three states, 2 or 3 states. First one is Punjab, Haryana and the western part of UP. So student, in this in this revolution, the government or farmers, they use the multi cropping system. Different types की crop grow करनी start की थी in their field. Next one is seeds with superior genetics. जो seeds use किए वो भी superior genetics के थे, superior quality वाले seeds use किए. Proper irrigation system, they use the different types of irrigation source like drip irrigation, sprinkles, okay, canals बनाई for the irrigation, and they use HYV seeds, high yielding variety seeds. Pesticides and fertilizers, they also use the different types of pesticides and fertilizers in their field for the more and more production. Modern machineries, they use the modern machineries in their field, and expansion of farming areas. During the green revolution, the farmers expand their area related to the farming. Next one is white revolution. Students, white revolution is also known as the Operation Flood. It was started by the government in 1970, and the father of the Green Revolution was Verghese Kurian. Okay, or who was the father of Green Revolution? M.S. Swaminathan, right? So White Revolution basically related to the milk production. In this revolution, the government and the people emphasize on the more and more milk production. That's why today in the world, India is also known as the milk production, right? Next one is the Indian agriculture. Indian agriculture is known as the backbone of the Indian economy. So, why the agriculture is known as the backbone of the Indian economy? Sure, the agriculture provide more and more occupation to the people. That's why it is known as the backbone, because today the 60 to 70% people depend on agriculture for their occupation. That's why. And in India, the agriculture contributes about 16% of the total GDP and 10% of total exports, right? GDP means gross domestic product. Means in India we have the three economic sectors: primary, secondary, tertiary. So primary sector contribute 16% in the GDP and 10% total exports. Done. Its region, India secured second position worldwide in terms of farm outputs. That's why फार्मिंग आउटपुट्स की वजह से इंडिया सेकंड पोजीशन सिक्योर करता है इन द वर्ल्ड. About 75% people are living in rural areas and are still depend on agriculture. Presently, our total 75%, 70 to 75% people live in rural areas and they depend on agriculture for their livelihood. About 43% of total area related to the agriculture. Actually, in India, we have the 3.28 million square kilometer area, and out of that 43% area is used for the agriculture. That's why the agriculture is known as the backbone of the Indian economy. Next one. Now we have some problems related to the Indian agriculture. First one is irrigation problem. Presently, we face the main problem is related to irrigation. Today also, so many people, those are poor, they depend on the rainfall for irrigation. Okay. Presently, so many poor farmers are not able to get the source of irrigation like tubewells or a hand pump or other source. That's why always they depend on for irrigation on natural condition, means rainfall. If rainfall is good, then their agriculture is also good. Seed problem. Presently, so many poor farmers are use the same old, or you can say the traditional seeds in their field. Middleman, exploitation and lack of market understanding. The middlemen, those who are not so educated and those who don't know about the market, they are exploited by the money lenders or the rich farmers, right? Lack of storage facilities. Presently, the rich people or rich farmers, they store their grains or their goods in the storage house, cold storage house, because they have the money, and the poor farmers are not able to store their food grains, food crops or other crops in the storage house because they are not having so much money. That's why this is also the main problem. The godams are also the main problem in front of the farmers. Government schemes do not reach small farmers. The government also started so many schemes related to the farmers, but farmers are not able to get the schemes Okay, and same as the Kisan credit card, this is also started by the government, and government also advised to the banks to provide the loan to the farmers at the cheapest rate, and the Grameen Bank also provide them some money for their fertilizers and seeds, but still they do not get the facilities. Okay, I hope you understand the topic. So student, now what you will do, you will make some questions related to the topic. First one is which type of technological and institutional reforms done by the government. Next one, write a short note on green revolution and a white revolution. After that you will make the question, why agriculture is known as the backbone of the Indian economy, and which are the problems faced by the Indian farmers. Right? Thank you. Have a nice day.